Okay, so apart from the blue team, which is the SOC team, which I understand you all are part of, there are two other teams, which is purple team and red team. So what does purple teams mean? So first I will start with the red team. Okay, so red team is basically a team in the organization which mimics what a real attacker activity would look like how the attacker would kind of attack a company, what kind of data they would steal. So what the red team does is basically they mimic the activity that a outside attacker or inside attacker would do to organization, and they try to kind of see uh, via different method how good is the security controls or how good is the SOC team of a company. Okay, and this is one of the most important team in an organization if that organization can afford, which is the red team. Okay, and the thing is that blue team, one of the most challenging thing is also to kind of handle the red team cases. So let's say you are part of blue team and red team is conducting some kind of an activity. What they are doing is they are kind of attacking a one of the team in your company. Let's say the team which handles the HR database, HR team of the company. So what the red team will do is they will kind of come up with a scenario where they will have the insider knowledge how the company look like. They will be the most sophisticated attackers actually what the company can look for. Okay, and what they will do is via different methods, let's say dropping malwares, dropping getting the credentials of the employee, or let's say doing some phishing attack. They will be kind of officially targeting, let's say, the HR team of that company. And from there, once they have got hold of the HR team, they have a definite scope what they are going to do, and they have a prior what you say prior allow list given to them that okay, you guys can conduct this official attack on the company, okay, by the leadership. And what they do is basically they achieve their objective, they try to achieve their objective. Let's say for if they are trying to attack the HR team, what they will do is they will try to steal the data. And what will happen right now is that this will help the company to know in the meantime was blue team able to detect that attack. Okay, and this reports goes to the leadership directly, like which will tell how good is the blue team of the company, which is the most important team that that is that has been kept there to defend the organization. So the report will be going forward like, was blue team able to detect that, was blue team able to contain them, was blue team quickly did certain actions by which they limited the red team to kind of proceed further in the organization. What was the blue team able to flush out the red team activity from the whole organization, or and was blue team able to understand what was the root cause by which the red team were able to conduct their attack. Okay, so this is one of the most important team. So both teams are very important, red team and blue team. So red team is what, as I told, is officially appointed to conduct attack on the organization architecture and share the report with the leadership, like how good the security controls are. Okay, now there is one also known as purple team, and purple team is basically which is kind of a combination of red team and blue team. Okay, so what happened is that if the red team so what happened, why there's a need of purple team, because in most of the time when the red team does their objectives, so let's say they are about to kind of officially attack, let's say, HR system. So what they do basically is that they don't inform the blue team that they are about to conduct the activity. Okay, they just expect that blue team will be able to defend them. They'll be able to kind of uh, stop them from initiating any further attack, but they don't inform the blue team. Okay, and they directly share that report with the leadership. How good was the blue team? Now, purple team is something basically what happened is that where red team, let's say, comes up with an exercise which they're about to implement a official allowed attack scenario, and they inform the blue team that they are about to initiate an attack. And what they do is that red team and blue team then work together. So there are few teams, few members in that purple team which becomes a part of red team, which conduct the attacker activity. And in the same purple team, there are members who kind of conduct certain activities by which kind of what they do is like they stop that attack from getting spread out. So that's what purple team is about, where blue team and red team works together to improve the organization's security posture. It actually include skills like collaborating with different members, quicker is information sharing, and reporting and analysis. Okay, so that's what these three teams means. Okay, and purple team, the one of the hardest thing is kind of what I personally feel is documentation. So there are a lot of documentation that goes in, and that documentation is normally kind of shared with the leadership guys. um, and the thing is that handling a red team or a red team activity is one of the hardest thing which blue team can do, because one of the core thing is that there's no hiding. So what I mean by no hiding is that if there's any attack by the outsider, no one actually in the real time has at the starting has an idea, okay, what how the attacker came in, okay, what are the things that attacker did. So no matter how good your organization is, how good the SOC team is, they you won't be able to achieve 100% confidence that okay, these are the things that attacker did, and we have been able to kind of successfully contain the attacker and flush them out from the system. So you can't always get the 100% out of that. Okay. You can't be 100% sure about that. Okay. And so you need to take certain risk on that. Okay. And risk, I mean, is not something which blue team does, is the leadership team does. Blue team never takes the risk. It's the leadership that takes the risk on behalf of the inputs that blue team has shared. Okay. Now, why I told is there is no hiding here. As I told, no one can be 100% sure. And but in the red team part, the attack is actually officially documented. Like when the attack will happen, what things will be done, the whole timeline of the attack is mentioned. And then the leadership guys, obviously, it's very funny to know, but leadership knows okay what the attack were done, and then it's a kind of a clear metrics for the leadership to know okay, was blue team able to detect everything in a in a timely fashion. Okay, so that's where it get really hard for the blue team. But as I said, the more better the blue team is, the more better it is to kind of not get grilled by the leadership, uh, that okay, you guys were not able to kind of detect this attack, you were not able to stop this attack. So it's very important to kind of uh, be very frequent with your techniques and all. And when there is certain kind of red team attacks going on, take those things with the one of the highest priority thing, because that's where the report will goes out to leadership telling how good is the blue team. Okay, so it's very necessary we do the best to protect the organization. Okay, so that's all about the blue team, red team, and purple team. So any guys, any questions till this point?
Sir, one question, sir.
Yeah, yeah, go on. Yeah.
In every organization, whether they have all these three red team, purple team, and blue team, or they will have only the blue team.
Yeah. Yes. Um, so can you again repeat your? I didn't got the last. It is a little bit distortion.
Sir, actually, what my question is, whether they all the organization do they have the all these three things, or they have only blue team and red team?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Great question. So, thing is that most of the organization will only have the blue team. Okay. Only when it is properly funded, you will see that okay, it has red team also. Okay. And there's also a little bit catch in the red team, which I will say. But purple team is something which will be really scare. You will only be kind of seeing in really kind of I'll say top, let's say top five Fortune company for an example. Okay. Thing is that all these three team requires a huge amount of funding to kind of continue. Okay. So you will see purple team less, because purple teaming is something which this term has actually been in new. It has been in news in, let's say, in last 2 to 3 years only. So there are companies still kind of catching up with this term. They are trying to implement certain